I honestly thought I could just forget it, go back to normal life, move back to the city, take a hot shower, and pretend none of it ever happened. But I can't do that. I keep hearing it at night, even now, even though I am 500 miles away. I see it sometimes too, in reflections, in windows. So I guess this is for anyone who's thinking of disappearing into the woods, finding peace out in the nature. Just be careful where you go. Some places don't want you there. I moved to a remote cabin in New Mexico about 3 weeks ago. It wasn't completely off grid. There was spotty cell reception and weak internet if I stood near the east window. But it was secluded for the most part. No neighbors, just pine trees, some wild trails, and a small wildlife center about 3 miles out. I had taken a job there as a part time caretaker. Easy stuff. Maintain trails, restock feeders, and check motion cameras. The pay wasn't great, but the quiet felt like what I needed. The cabin was small, just a room and a bathroom, a front porch, and two windows on each wall. When I moved in, it was early autumn. The wind was dry, the days were golden, and the nights were filled with coyote howls and cricket song. Peaceful. It was peaceful, almost too peaceful. The first weird thing I noticed was the tapping. It was a morning. I had just stand out with my coffee and the sun not even fully up yet. I was watching the light spread across the trees when I heard it. A soft tap on the side window to my left. I turned to look, expecting maybe a bird, but there was nothing there. No marks on the glass, no animal. Just a slow creak of the pine branches moving in the breeze near me. I told myself that it was nothing, probably just a tree or a falling pine cone. But something about it, it sounded deliberate, like knuckles, too slow to be random. That night, I dreamt it. I was back in the cabin, lying in bed, and I could hear the tapping again. Except now, it was moving. First on the window, then on the door, then on the ceiling. The sound of long nails scraping across the wood. I woke up drenched in sweat, my heart pounding, and only to realize the tapping had been part of the dream. I could still hear it even after waking up. Soft, measured, like it was waiting for something. I sat up in my bed, barely breathing. Every instinct told me to not move. I waited, trying to tell myself it was nothing. Maybe a raccoon, maybe a branch falling down. But the taps moved around the house, as if someone or something was circling it slowly. And then, all of a sudden, it stopped. The silence that followed was somehow worse. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I just sat in the corner with a flashlight in my hand, pointed at the door, The next evening, just before the sunset, I decided to take one off the trail. I needed to clear my head. I haven't seen another person in almost 4 days now, and the isolation was starting to weigh on me. I walked about a mile before I saw something move at the edge of the clearing. It looked like a deer at first, tall, thin legs, tan hide, but it was standing wrong, upright, almost like a person. Its back was too stretched, and its head huge, at an unnatural angle. I froze when I realized my phone to snap a picture. It turned to look at me. Its eyes, they were pale, almost milky green, like something dead, and they were locked on me in a way no wild animal should do. Then it dropped down on all fours and darted into the trees. I should have left there and then. I know that now. I should have packed my stuff, left the key under the porch like they told me to, and walked back to the wildlife station. But I didn't. I told myself that it was just a weird deer, a trick of the light, maybe some freak with a disease. Not everything strange is supernatural. That's what I think at the time. Later that night, I went into the bathroom and caught a glimpse of something in the window above the sink. It was just a shadow, fast, but it looked like a face. Too long, with a snout and wide slanted eyes. I dropped the glass I was holding. It shattered on the tile, and when I looked back up, nothing was there to be found. But I swear I could feel it, still standing there, watching me. I didn't sleep that night either. Every noise felt like it was coming from right outside my window. Every creak of the old wood sounded like footsteps that weren't mine. I kept all the light on, and 2 nights later, it got worse. It was almost midnight when I heard something scrapes around the front door. Not a tap, scrape, like claws. Then came this slow, soft sound of breathing, like someone was crouched right outside the door, just listening, waiting. Then it spoke. My name. Whispered, like someone who hadn't used a human voice in years. Jay, son. I didn't respond to it. I couldn't. I had tears running down my face. I don't even remember when I started crying. I just sat there, staring at the door, praying it would go away. Then I heard it move to the window. The blinds were drawn, but I could see its shadow, tall, and then its fingers pressed against the glass, long, thin with the pointed nails that clicked softly as they grazed the edge of the pane. I turned off the light and backed into the bathroom, locked the door, and didn't come out till the morning. I started leaving the light on 24/7 after that. And also I started hearing whispers from the woods, my name being called, sometimes a laughter, sometimes just a breathing. I tried to get in touch with my sister back in Phoenix. The call kept dropping. I told her I thought someone was talking in me in the cabin. She said maybe it was the stress. Maybe I needed some sleep. I laughed, told her I hadn't slept in 5 days, and that part wasn't a joke. Last night was the last straw. I had a security cam picked up from a pawn shop near the town. I rigged it outside the cabin and pointed towards the front porch just to see what's going to happen. Just to prove myself that it was real, that I wasn't losing it after all. That night, around 2:30 p.m., the motion sensor inside the camera triggered. The alert came through my phone. I opened the footage. It was standing there, on the porch, facing the door. Its face looked like mine, but wrong, as if it had been stitched together from memory. A crooked smile, too many teeth, one eye slightly bigger than other, and it was looking at the camera and smiling. And it raised its one hand, long nails, and tapped the lenses. Tap, tap, tap. The feed cut out. I don't know how didn't I passed out then. I ran around, packed everything I could into my backpack, grabbed my keys, and got into the truck. I didn't look back. I didn't even close the door. I just jumped in my truck and drove away. I called the owners, telling them I couldn't stay there any longer, and I will go there in the daytime to lock the doors and bring back the key to them. I'm back in my place now. Even though I am alone in my apartment, sometimes I still hear it. Right before I fall asleep, I heard tapping on my window, soft, patient, tap, tap, tap. I haven't checked the footage since. I don't think I want to. And if any of you ever heard something like that in the woods, something calling your name, something that know your face, but not quite well enough, don't answer, don't look at it, and for the love of God, don't let it in. Hope you guys like this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to this channel and enable the bell icon so you don't miss new uploads. And also check out other videos in this channel too. Like them and share them. And if you have any suggestions or any improvements I need to make in this channel, please post them in the comment section. Till next time, this is Malayali Vindigo. Bye.